feel like I've been cheated out of a great win. I've seen it, I've looked at it, and you know, I was there, I threw the shot and I felt it land perfectly, smack into his stomach.
Oh, c'est même pas un coup bas.
C'est pas si bas que ça, effectivement.
Non, c'est pas un coup bas.
We need to go over this and look at this properly and, you know, get justice, you know, get a rematch, get something to happen. He couldn't move, we weren't going to make it in time, he was out. That should have been a knockout. And I think, you know, that this needs to, you know, go further, it needs to be pushed, and this wrong needs to be corrected, because I should be a world champion right now.
If we look at Usyk and Dubois in the ring,
my shorts, like this. Not this.
this is
Fifth round is where the whole fight kind of twists a little bit, because we have the benefit of the replay, of course. Oleksandr Usyk did complain about a low blow, but watching it back on several occasions, it's belt line, boys. It is a belt line. It is a belt line shot. It's not in the breadbasket.
This is how he comments. Like,
офигеть, у Усика шорты было просто комедия.
Mate, the only time you've seen Oleksandr Usyk on the floor as an amateur was to body shots. He doesn't like it there. The guys knew they had a secret weapon in the camp, and that was Oleksandr Usyk's old trainer. They'd been working on stuff. We saw in the open workout that Don Charles had the body bag on. He was working the chest, working the hooks to the body. That was the game plan, and it worked. Round 5, it worked. The referee was never going to do Daniel Dubois any favours over here this week, and he certainly didn't there, because that shot was not low. Taking nothing away from Usyk and his performance, right, and the class that he is. But listen, he was on the floor for the best part of 5 minutes there. That's a liberty, really, because the shot weren't low.
But also, I'll just reiterate the point I made at the time, which is that often the referees will give instructions to both fighters in the centre of the ring about what is and what isn't good when it comes to the belt line. I didn't hear him give those instructions in the ring. He might have done it backstage in the dressing room, and sometimes referees will say, depending on the position of the belt line, that the belt line is fine. Sometimes they'll say the top of the belt is the borderline, basically, and so the belt line isn't fine. And when you look at his shorts, he hasn't got that belt line super high,
no,
which some fighters do. It's just worth making that point again, but there's no question that the punch landed on the belt.
Oh, c'est même pas un coup bas.
C'est pas si bas que ça, effectivement.
Non, c'est pas un coup bas.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I know the referee comes in the dressing rooms of both fighters before the fight, and he says, this is where I want your shorts. This is the borderline. Them shorts weren't particularly high, mate, and it landed on the borderline.
Gareth with Don Charles.
Don Charles, Daniel Dubois, Dynamite Dubois' trainer. You just made a very good point, Don, that they need to bring VAR
Most
into
definitely, 100%. We got conned out of that. VAR, if you can have it in football, bring it in boxing.
Whoa, there we go.
Don Charles there, obviously incredibly frustrated in the corner with Daniel Dubois, as is Frank Warren.
He got 180 times more time he should have got to recover from a genuine punch, and that fight was on the waistband. And the rules meeting is, look, you see fighters come in sometimes wearing high shorts, or they got their, you know, their cup or bodyguard, you know, they got that's high on them. So what happens at the rules meeting? They determine where is your waist, and it's the midpoint between your hips. So that's here. He had shorts on up here. He got hit on the waistband, and under those circumstances, the WBA have no alternative than to order a rematch.
And you do have to feel for that team, because listen, this is an incredibly tough task. Taking on Oleksandr Usyk on this particular night is an incredibly tough task. They've quite evidently worked on a particular game plan, and the game plan worked. They chopped him and chopped him and chopped him and chopped him consistently. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying here and saying that he won rounds against Oleksandr Usyk, because Usyk himself was absolutely fantastic in responding to what Dubois was doing. But that is, without any shadow of doubt in my mind, the most amount of consistent round success that somebody's had against him at heavyweight.
Absolutely. And can I just say one thing as well? Had that been not ruled a low blow there, had it not been ruled a low blow and the referee got him up and gone with it, that fight could have turned out differently, you know, but he was allowed to rest, and rest for too long in my eyes. Listen, I can work it out though. He's fuming. He feels like he was robbed of his chance. He feels like if the referee would have picked him back up, all I'm saying is it didn't happen, so it's gone. That's history. You know, in boxing, if something doesn't happen, you've got to put it behind you straight away, get on with it. He didn't do it, but other referees may have said, get up, stop messing around, get on with it. And if that would have happened, Daniel may have got some momentum, because you could see he'd really grown in confidence, because he knew as a fighter that shot didn't go low. You feel it. You know where it goes, and it clipped at the top of the belt line. But to go low, you've got to go a good 7-8 inches lower than that to go low. So, you know, that would have given him immense, you know, confidence going like, with that body shot landing like he did. It's just a shame. Emotions are running high from Don Charles. Understand that. They've been away for best part of 6 weeks up in Spain, altitude training. They've put a lot into this.
Він програв і каже, що в нього в мене шорти були. Я можу без шорт з ним боксувати. Скажи йому, будь ласка.
He says that how can Usyk be guilty in wearing shorts? I mean, the low blow comes not from Usyk wearing shorts like this, but from a low blow itself. Someone hits it. That's why he cannot be guilty of it. He propose that he's ready to fight without shorts at all.
The only way to settle it is a rematch. Nobody's going to see eye to eye on this, even though it's clear as day. And what kind of hurts for Daniel Dubois is, you know, in that fight where, you know, he got his eye blew out, you know, we talked about him, called him soft, said he wasn't tough, you know, said he wasn't ready for the heavyweight division like that. You guys know how we did him. You know, oh, the boys, you quit. You ain't cut like that. If they would allow that punch to go through, that would have cleaned up all that stuff that was said about the boys when he basically, as some say, punked out, you know, of the fight because of his eye. This would have cleaned all that right back up, you know, and it's a shame that he can't claim it. Now, some people, this is what I hear people saying, you know, and this is what's jacked up about boxing. This is what I hear people saying. So what? I don't care. He boxed like crap. Usyk was beating him up all rounds. True, and that may be so. But that's why it's boxing. Because one punch, and that's why it's heavyweight boxing. Because if in any division, one punch can change the course of a fight, it's in the heavyweight division. It doesn't matter if he was getting beat pillar to post. We've seen that a million times. People get beat pillar to post, stick in there to get the knockout to win the fight, but they lost all rounds. Hell, Deontay Wilder made a whole career losing all rounds and sparking dudes out and won. You know, he made a whole career out of that. So, you know, to me, a rematch is an absolute must. To me, in the rest of the boxing world with common sense, that is a legal blow. But what people want to do is they want to say that they don't want to see it because of the way he boxed. You guys know this isn't right. And those are the people, this is what get complicated about boxing. You don't know if you're talking to a person who's speaking from a boxing standpoint or a personal standpoint. See, this is the problem. See, some people just want Usyk to win because he looked like them. And this is the problem with boxing. I never have that phobia. I don't never want nobody to win because they look like me. I want the best guy to win. But a lot of people are turning a blind eye, just like they turned a blind eye to Tyson Fury cheating. Still to this day, I can't tell nobody Tyson Fury cheating. Everybody love this channel from top to bottom until I say Tyson Fury cheated. And see, they get mad at me because they can't put the normal tropes on me because I'm a fan of Tyson Fury. I like Tyson Fury, just like I like Usyk. But see, these guys seem to think if you like them, you can't criticize them. And then they want to criticize the person who's criticizing them if they don't feel they have the right color to criticize. It's the fucked up shit about boxing, bro. That's why you really can't talk boxing with no fucking body. You got to check their ass. You got to know them personally sometimes to even talk boxing with them, because you need to know where they coming from. The bottom line, since nobody can agree on nothing, which we should be able to, a rematch. Unless y'all going to set up Tyson Fury next, I'm not with going to rematch Daniel Dubois if we can make a Tyson Fury fight. I say let him get the winner of that. But you definitely got to double back on him, because this right here, it's a loss in my eyes. I don't care what nobody say. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.